of all the founders. Adams is so much more pessimistic than Hamilton and Jefferson about the outsized influence of social and economic elites. And after reading Adam Smith's theory of moral sentiments, he understands that wealthy people will wield disproportionate political power and influence in democracies because ordinary people admire them and they want to be like them. They
Hmm.
want to emulate them. Adams understands that this passion for distinction to be talked about and paid attention to is the main driver of human qualities. And when he reads that passion, that passage in Adam Smith, he wants to ensure that all offices are hereditary and basically call off elections because he thinks that people will always want to court popularity from the mob. Say more about how Adams' critique of oligarchy seems unusually prescient.
It is amazing. Those criticisms could almost have been drafted in the 21st century as we are in a moment, not the only moment, but in a moment of extreme income inequality and the concentration of political power in the hands of a wealthy few, especially as our political system is shifting and permitting more influx of financial investment from very wealthy forces. What's interesting about Adams is, sometimes he says things that feel so out of our era. There are elements about him that are truly 18th century, but there are also elements that are incredibly prescient, as you said, and incredibly forward thinking, and I think universal. And here is where his deep, deep reading into Cicero and all of the other ancient philosophers that he was so fond of, I think give him that timeless quality because he understood that what Americans were experiencing in the 18th century had been experienced centuries before and were likely to be experienced centuries in the future.